he's supporting the fact that somebody shoot somebody, they may go to prison, they come out, but somebody still has them in their mind because they feel that isn't enough. Going to prison, it was not enough. So they are going to arrange or something to have that person. The police could watch that. The police could do something about that. I'm not sure they could actually stop it, but somehow or the other, I don't know the level of counsel. I don't know what's going on, but they have to find some way of being able to dig into it. I'm not being a crime fighter myself. I don't know.
What I think is a realistic look at this is most of these people who are in these killings or on these shootings, they're usually in the same circle of crime. Now, a lot of people say this. Let the criminals kill each other. Let the drugs man them kill each other. Let them people kill each other. And I feel like, it's my opinion, that in some of these cases, the police feel the same way. That, well, they're killing each other. It's not civilians they're killing. But what I'm looking forward to hearing is what are going to be the preventative methods. Because now, as you said, we're seeing a pattern where there are people who would have had attempts on their lives before. And now it seems like there's some sort of purge, like somebody's out there being Batman, somebody out there cleaning up Gotham.
It may not be that, it may be individual isolated instances as opposed to some mass scale. I don't want to
get into
the conspiracy.
Well, I don't want to say it's one person, but I just want to say it's a vigilante. That's where I'm getting at.
How you say a Batman? How you say a Batman?
Yeah, that's helping me clarify. I just want to say it seems like a vigilante actions. They're not waiting for the police to do the job. They want to do the job themselves.
You know, a relative who loses a brother, a cousin, a close confidant, and goes to the trial, and you know the person gets a couple of years or whatever the case might be, they could still harbor some deep-seated things. And if you're right, if they're in that circle, they feel that they could go out and do something about it and get away with it.
So, what? Well, so we shouldn't worry.
Well, I think that those things, the amnesty, the increased punishment for bullets. You see, this individual, if he had these new sentences, he would have still been in jail.
But by the time he came out, that person would still have that in his mind. He would
True.
Someone actually had a comment about the amnesty.
Oh, every time I click, I don't know, this new WhatsApp thing, WhatsApp has this new feature, but every time I click in the chat, it calls the person. I'm not trying to call you, but anyways, let's play voice note.
Dr. Thompson, why stop at a guns amnesty? Why not a weapons amnesty, where folks would have to turn, could feel free to turn in all weapons, guns, crossbows, swords, anything that could be classified as a weapon. And even the guns that are legally held, I would suggest they be turned in as well and an audit done. And the legal owners have the weapons returned to them. We should not just stop at a guns amnesty. Sorry for the hesitant speech. I'm still kind of shocked up.
Yes, I understand.
From my last call.
Okay.
I think that's a bit tricky.
Weapons amnesty. No. If you look at the number of, if you look at the killings, it's either
to be done with guns,
or
it's
maybe
not be done with
knife.
A sword. It's not be done with a sword.
There was an instance of a sword recently, no?
Where?
I'm pretty sure I saw a news story, but I didn't.
Somebody has a sword.
Oh, right. That was the guy Leeward side, on the Leeward side.
Yeah.
Somebody made something. I mean, like crackers you're talking about.
No, you know there are people in St. Vincent with swords, right? I've seen swords in people's houses.
Yeah.
Whose house you going? Don't go answer.
But you know, no. You think about it. The police, the guards and so forth, the military parade and so forth, they have their sword by their side.
There are people with swords and swords. There are people with swords.
It's not a. Yeah, it's a. Okay, all right.
No, but you're right. It is not the weapon. The amnesty is to focus on the prevailing means of the perpetration of the
Yep.
crime.
Okay, I just
Right.
have like one question, right? Or one comment, a couple comments, and a couple questions actually. But what I'm going to zone in on is, so we're asking, how do we prevent somebody who has in their mind for years that they want to take somebody else's life? How do you prevent that? I think unless somebody migrates, it just sounds very impossible to me. Because once somebody sets their mind to something, it's
Can I-
really hard to change
Can I
it.
tell you something? It is also the aspect of victim counseling. The wife of the individual, the girlfriend, but also the brothers
Children.
and so forth and things like that.
But what if it's somebody you don't think it affected them in that way? So you miss them in the victim
I
counseling.
agree. I agree.
A really good friend does
But
something.
it's to really capture that circle. You see you could tell who's coming to the court cases and so forth. Who the people there, who were their riding partners and so forth, who were in their clique, their gang, their posse.
Mandatory or voluntary?
Well, it has to be voluntary. It can't be
Then
mandatory.
again, we end up in the
Become-
same space.
Well, you see, it's often not available, right?
Okay.
It's often
Fair
not.
enough.
It's often not available, and it needs to be offered because these things, amnesty is a voluntary thing. That's why you don't ask everybody, bring in your swords, bring in your cutlass, bring in all cutlasses and so forth.
But as you're
can't
talking
do
about that, not available, but there are places you can go for counseling if you want it.
in terms
And
of
for
if
free
you
too.
want it, the point I'm making is that part of the solution is not asking for an individual to go and do it. They won't do it. They have something festering in their mind. But as a program, you could promote it
Okay.
to the individuals who've been affected here. This can be available for the family members. You contact the lawyer for the family or
Okay.
or whatever and so on.
All right.
Yeah, but
Understood. I'll take that one.
unfortunately, we're at the top of the hour.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I wanted to come. I didn't want to break.
Oh, I
wanted
thought
to-
you didn't want time to go progress.
Unfortunately, we're at the top of the hour. We're going to
Ah.
we're going to share today's bank rates, the nostalgia, and we'll be back with Talk to Me at 9:20 this morning. So it's
Before you go, just to clear up 2 comments on the live, right? Ooh. So how is the amnesty going to stop crime? We need to start with a massive re-education of our population, teach our youth self-worth.
In addition, the person, you're right.
It's a big program we need, man.
You're right. So it's not just amnesty and that's it. You understand? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Everything
6,
in
7.
one. Not just a press
packages.
conference and press
Not
conference
just a
and
press
that's it.
conference alone and that's
A
it. You
whole
know what I
set
mean?
of things at the same
No,
time.
just a correct press conference. And so forth. But we get feedback from Harry
Yeah,
as
but
regards
come
whether
on.
his trust has been restored. But that's the big story of the day. Let's see if Harry's trust has been restored.